I don't have an intro pun. Just worked over 12 hours. My soul, it hurts, but glad to be here. Thank you guys. What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about the golden vendor for the weekend. As you can see, we're going to do it a bit out of order. I've already got my face on the screen. We're not doing the furnishing vendor first because the juiced vendor is here inside of Cyrodiil, inside of your local campaign. You can head on down to this golden vendor here, and she's got some good ideas. Before we jump into it, though, a super quick reminder that we are on the road to 14,000, 15,000 subscribers, whichever milestone is more likely to make you subscribe. But jump into the video. So, if you watched last week's, this is not going to be a surprise at all. You can see that last week was the jewelry, but it was the necklaces, and now we have the rings to everything here. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Jake, what is possibly the best thing here for me to get? Answer is exceptionally simple, and I want you to think right now, a little bit of a pop quiz. No cheating. Which of these do you think is going to be OP on the Arcanist class? I'll give you a couple seconds to answer. Put your comments in the comments below. Did you guess? What did you guess? What do you think? What do you guys think it is? The answer is unequivocally going to be, mark your questions, mark it on the chat, put it down, deadly. Why is deadly? And you probably, if you knew the answer to this, you probably already know. It is because of the damage over time and channeled abilities. The channeled abilities that the Arcanist can use are overpowered, and it's definitely the highlight of that class versus the other ones, similar to the Templar. That's why Templars love Deadly, but not necessarily a Sorcerer, really likes Deadly. That's why the Arcanist comes out is going to be absolutely busted when it comes to combining it with Deadly Strike. So Deadly Strike is going to be the primary pickup for you, especially if you want to build an Arcanist or you want to sell jewelry in the future. Obviously, like I said last week, there is just so many good items here. And, Elfbane is another good example. However, like I always tell you guys in my AP conversion videos, it's usually better to not buy the golden items to resell unless you're considering a few things. And one of those is you can usually make more money if you piece them out individually. Like, say, for example, I bought 50, purple pots of Elfbane. I probably will make more money, but I'm also selling 50 items versus one. So while there's tons of good items, and I won't go through all of them with you because there's just way too many. For example, even people are using Ravaging as a set. There's just all of the sets here have little niche uses. I remember when Elysian was the best of the best. Curse Eater was everywhere. These are all sets that are going to go in and out of meta. I use Ancient Grace personally. I think Ancient Grace is an absolutely phenomenal set. Elfbane we already talked about. Imperium Wrath is also pretty good. There's just so many good things that you can build with these setups that I couldn't even begin to tell you about all the things that you should buy. But what I usually tell you guys, and remember this, when I'm making those AP conversion videos, it's usually better to always buy the pots. Those individual pots where you're rolling for an item. It's purple pot, 12,000 AP, you're rolling getting an item. A piece of gold jewelry is usually pretty good, but usually you're not gambling. That's why we're sticking to Deadly rings, because Deadly, we know everyone's going to want it in the future. They're probably going to want it golded for their Arcanists that they're going to take into PvP. Elfbane is another good example of a set that probably will see high utilization. Ancient Grace, when it's sets that are just kind of, yeah, that's a good set. Yeah, that's where it gets a little risky. For example, I think Heartland is a pretty decent set, to build up to a 4-piece. Would I recommend it? No. Is Juggernaut's pretty decent set? Would I recommend that? No. Morag Tong's another really good set. Would I suggest you buy that? Not really, no. Yeah, there's just better ways to get it. There's better ways that you can build it, and you don't need it to be a golden ring, and it's not going to be able to resell as easily. So I know this is a super long tangent about these golden items, and I hope this was helpful, but these are the things that go through my head. Potentate is another good example of the set's good, but you're probably only going to use it as a 2-piece, and that 2-piece is probably going to be an ice staff. So These are all the things that I want you guys to be thinking about when you're thinking about these things as well. Same with Ring of the Swift. Is it a good set? Yes. If you bought 10 rings, is it going to take you probably a whole calendar year to sell all 10 of them? Probably. So that's my kind of 2 cents on it. You really have to buy the best of the best when it comes to golden gear this weekend, especially because these sets are old. But they are still a great weekend overall. Next up, we are inside the Cold Harbor City of the Hollow City, inside of the old Cold Harbor. Talk to Zanil, who's got a bunch of constellations. Woo! 20,000 gold for a purple constellation of all of the constellations. Is it a niche item? Yes. Is it a good price point? I would say on PC, it's a great price point. On PlayStation and Xbox, it's not very good. This would be one of those items that's decently hard to resell. However, I believe it's got some unique usage. For example, I believe if you flip these upside down, they appear invisible. The only reason I'm actually even mentioning that is because when we were doing our obstacle course, there was a portion that essentially was a kind of leap of faith where you had to like do that kind of Squid Games thing where you had to like guess which pane of glass was the real one. Anywho, obviously very niche. I'm just kind of throwing it out there because, well, that's my history of furnishing items and random knowledge of such things. I have to use it when I can. So, is it a good thing? That's up to you. I gave it 2 out of 3. So where does that leave us, dear friends? It leaves us at a Good Friday where we can invest comfortably into 2 really good sets. We've got some good furnitures. I think it's a great furnitures if you want to decorate your own home. Finishing up a 12-hour day, so I'm just happy to be done. Happy to be here on Xbox with you guys and not working anymore because working over 12 hours is just not fun, You know what's fun? The Elder Scrolls Online. It's fun. So, that's going to wrap up the old video. Reminder, 3 giveaway drawings, 1 comment, 1 favorite comment, and 1 random subscriber. So, by subscribing and commenting, you are entered into essentially 3 free drawings. Which I want to thank you guys again for even getting this channel to the point where it can have 3 giveaway drawings. So thank you guys again for that. As always, the giveaway winners are probably already on screen from editor me, who threw them on there, and the giveaway drawings are the first of every single month at around midnight, depending on my sleep schedule. It's not a perfect math, but that's when they're drawn. So thank you guys again. I'll see you tomorrow when we make our videos and or streams. We got a couple coming out this weekend. I'll catch you then. Bye, guys.
Remember to like and subscribe to Jake Clips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.
Going off of that in the post-outro scene, where I say Jake Clip will return this weekend. If you guys have a preference for videos over live streams, I think I wanted to do a really unique video on inflation because I think that there's a lot of confusion out there, and I think a lot of it is stemmed from content creators because one content creator can have a gold making get this. It's like, make a bajillion gold per hour. And you're like, whoa, I want to make a bajillion gold per hour. But you play on PlayStation where 1 gold is worth like, a bajillion gold. Versus on PC where a bajillion gold is worth like a ham sandwich. So these are concepts that I think would be better explained in a video format. So that's where I think I'll be going tomorrow. Maybe a live stream, just depends. But let me know what you think. Would that be a topic that would interest you, inflation and how it affects different consoles separately? Let me know. I'll see you then. Peace.